News 11, Local First.
Coming up, we talk to several new faces in the local political race.
Plus, a local organization is offering low-income households some help when it comes to paying their income taxes. We'll find out who qualifies.
But we start tonight with the latest details on several weekend accidents in our area. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Shannon.
And I'm Peter Taraborelli. Law enforcement agencies across the United States are glad that 2011 is over. This past year has been one of the deadliest years on record for law enforcement officials. Just this past weekend, a park ranger was killed by a gunman in Washington State's Mount Rainier National Park. Locally, Pennsylvania has lost 4 officers this year, including 34-year-old Deputy Sheriff Kyle Pagerly of the Berks County Sheriff's Department. Officials are glad to see the year end, but still wonder what's behind the rise in violence.
Right now we're looking as high as 173, which is 13% higher than last year, and it's the highest number since 911. You know, there's a couple of things we're looking at we attributed to. One, there seems to be a lot of restlessness or a lot of defiance, in the population. I think there's a lot of influence from the television, the video, some of the violence that we see on TV and such as that.
Law enforcement officers want to remind everyone that it is their job to protect everyone, and they will continue to do that regardless of the threats that they face.
Pennsylvania State Police are cracking down on motor coaches in an effort to keep their passengers and other motorists safe. Between December 17th and the 23rd, the state police inspected more than 200 of the popular buses at attractions and amusement parks throughout the Commonwealth. Their efforts resulted in a total of 21 coaches and 5 drivers being taken out of service.
Over the past 6 months to a year, there have been a large number of very high-profile commercial motor vehicle crashes involving motor coaches that have happened throughout the East Coast. So we're looking for safety infractions to remedy those infractions and remove those vehicles from our highways before they can contribute to commercial motor vehicle crashes.
The state police are planning to continue this effort. Locally, between Lancaster and Chester counties, 24 coaches were inspected, 6 were taken out of service, and 2 drivers were removed.
Another person is dead as a result of a weekend accident in East Cocalico Township. Around 1 a.m. Sunday, officials say that they responded to the 1300 block of North Reading Road, where they found a Chevy Blazer overturned. Police say 35-year-old Kelly Nagel of Denver was ejected from that vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. 31-year-old Michael Thavinas of Ephrata was extracted from the Blazer and sent to Lancaster General Hospital, where he died yesterday afternoon. Police are still investigating the crash. They are urging anyone who might have witnessed the accident to call them at 336-1735. And police in Ephrata are investigating a weekend hit-and-run accident. According to police reports, 18-year-old Andrew Love of Ephrata has been charged with an accident involving unattended property after he attempted to make a U-turn on Ritu Mill Road in the area of Hilldale Drive and lost control of his vehicle. Love drove over a bush and struck an electrical transformer box. Love then left the scene without notifying police or the property owner.
Well, even though the sun has been out today, Peter, I tell you what, it's been a little chilly out there.
And we are going to toss it over to Carl Kern now to see what he has for the first look of the forecast. Carl?
Well, good to see you, Brittany and Peter, on the coldest day so far. Well, of course, it's the coldest day of 2012. That's an easy one, but it's the coldest day we've had this winter. We're well below freezing, never got even close to the 32-degree mark today, and that bitter cold wind blowing all day long at about 20 miles an hour makes it feel even colder. So, of course, when you contrast that to the warm temperatures we've enjoyed so far this season, this really does feel like the middle of winter right now, but it's going to be cold again tonight, one of the coldest nights we've had, and then a gradual warm up, more significant warmer temperatures though on the way. I'll let you know when with the forecast coming up. Brittany.
Thanks, Carl. Well, about 75 jobs in Lancaster County are being eliminated as a result of a merger between Susquehanna Bank and Greystone Tower Bank. On February 17th, the merger will take place and various Susquehanna and Greystone branches will be consolidated, and therefore some positions will be eliminated. Susquehanna Bank officials told us that employees whose jobs are affected can apply for other positions in the company. They also say that new jobs will be created as a result of merging the two. Susquehanna states that its goal is to retain as many experienced workers as possible and minimize any ultimate cuts. After the merger, Susquehanna will still have more than 900 employees in Lancaster County.
The United Way of Lancaster has announced it's expanding a tax preparation assistance program to help low to moderate income taxpayers this year. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, or VITA, is the result of a $54,000 grant from the IRS. This is the first time the United Way of Lancaster has received this grant, but the program has been around for 5 years. Qualified wage earners whose income in 2011 was $50,000 or less can be eligible for the assistance.
We served 2,100 clients and returned $2.2 million to Lancaster County. This year we hope to serve 2,500 clients and return $2.5 million to Lancaster County. Both of those are a 13% increase from last year.
An appointment is needed to receive the help. Registration begins today. All you have to do is dial 211 to speak with a representative and to schedule a time to meet.
Well, stay with us. Next on News 11, we'll introduce you to 2 local candidates who are looking to fill 2 empty seats in the state legislature.
Plus, a thrift store in Ephrata is collecting clothing for other necessities. They will tell you who they are for coming up.
We continue our coverage of the local political scene with the introduction of some of our local candidates. One spot that is on the ballot this year is the PA House of Representatives 37th District seat, currently held by Republican Tom Creighton. The district includes Clay, East and West Cocalico Townships, as well as Penn and Raffo. One of the challengers is new to the political scene and says that her decision to run was not taken lightly.
I draw my passion from my late husband, Tom Fee. He was a district magistrate here in Mannheim, and in his career he helped many people, and I just want to continue that. In my business experience, I have dealt with federal and state governments, and I've seen firsthand wasteful spending that they have done, and I want to bring some common sense solutions to make the government more efficient.
Fee will face Stephen Black in the race for the seat. She says she hopes to bring a voice to her friends and family in the community that she was raised in.
Another local candidate eyeing up the soon-to-be vacant seat of Representative Scott Boyd is Glenn Byler.
Didn't have insurance cited the cost.
Boyd has served the 43rd District for the last 10 years, but announced his plan to retire. The 43rd District includes Akron Borough, West Earl Township, Upper Laycock, Lampeter, and Pequay Townships. Byler believes that he has done a good job listening to the people, but it may be time to pay attention to the needs of small business owners as well.
I've been serving for the last, for quite a few years, serving on the committee locally, the Republican committee. I'm somebody that's going to listen to you. I'm somebody that's going to do whatever I can to try to help you find an answer to your situation.
Byler will be running against current Township Supervisor Keith Greiner.
A local thrift store is in the need of clothing, but not to fill its shelves. Uncle Funky's in Ephrata is collecting clothing, toiletries, and cold weather gear to give to needy men, women, and children in the area. Every first and third Monday at the Faith Community Church, there is a meal held. That is when organizers hope to be able to offer free necessities to needy people.
It's a really wonderful, blessed feeling, and it's great to know that everybody out there is willing to help. People have been just bringing stuff, and it's just fabulous to know that there's caring people right here in our community.
If you would like to donate items to help the needy in our area, you can drop off clothing, hats, gloves, and toiletries at Uncle Funky's located at 48 East Main Street in Ephrata. But Nancy asks that you drop off items during business hours or call ahead.
A local food chain is giving back in the month of January and helping to feed children in need. Isaac's Famous Grilled Sandwiches is teaming up with Power Packs, an organization that sends kids home with nutritious meals for them and their families.
What we know through studying kids and what their learning patterns are is that when they're at school, they tend to get food, but often they'll go home and then they're left without proper food at home for the right nutrition.
Isaac's will donate $1 from every soup sale to the Power Packs during the whole month of January.
If you come to Isaac's and you enjoy a cup of our great soup, okay, you buy that soup from us for the price that's on the menu, we will donate $1 for that cup of soup if you purchase it along with one of our sandwiches.
Wenger says the month of January is their highest selling soup month, and they hope to sell and donate more than $15,000. Coming up after the break, PennDOT is offering some tips to make sure your mailbox survives the winter.
Plus, we'll hit the gym to see how New Year's resolutions are making both you and your wallet a little slimmer. And Wall Street starts the new year with solid gains as the Dow rose nearly 180 points. The Nasdaq was up 43 and the S&P added 19.
News 11 weather with Carl Kern, Local First.
Well, as good a day as any to try out that new winter coat, maybe a favorite hat or some gloves or a scarf, because you need everything today. Going outside without a heavy coat is not a good idea. And overnight tonight, probably the coldest we've had so far this winter. Maybe not single digits, but pretty close, lower teens for sure. And then it probably is equally as cold a day on Wednesday, except we're probably not going to have as much wind, and that'll make a big difference. And then much warmer temperatures coming later this week. So the frozen tundra of Pleasant Valley Road today. Kevin Holman getting down low with the grass and huddling up, just trying to shelter yourself from that stiff breeze. And that is a great shot of the wind. I tell you, those skies occasionally may have brought a flurry or two, but we really aren't seeing any significant precipitation. There still are snow showers that slice through west central Pennsylvania all the way down through our nation's capital and all the way down to the Delmarva Peninsula. That's how strong this wind is coming in off the Great Lakes. And there may have been a scattered flurry around, but it's just the mainly clear skies. We've had a few clouds, windy, and very, very cold. Northwest wind still blows in excess of 20 miles an hour. We were just above 20 miles an hour a bit ago. Look how low the dew point is. The air is so dry. The dew point sits at -4. We're going to see the coldest overnight temperatures we've had this season. And of course now still in the only in the mid-20s. We never got to near 30 today, and those temperatures will fall pretty quickly into the overnight. Expect to see quite a few single digits just north north of the immediate Susquehanna Valley, and teens for the entire state of Pennsylvania. And look how deep the cold is into the south. But a pretty nice warm-up. Maybe not so much Wednesday, but at least temperatures stabilize, and we may even add a degree or two, but the wind will die down dramatically. And then temperatures into tomorrow night, Wednesday night, won't be at all as bitter cold. In fact, your Thursday 6 a.m. temperatures are pretty close to the upper 20s and near 30 degrees. So a big change will be coming in just a few days. We have about another 24 to 36 hours of extreme cold and then a little bit of a warm-up. Some clouds will slice through here tomorrow afternoon. We'll still have some sunshine, but I think we'll go mostly cloudy for the second half of the day. Sun coming early. We had much more sun in the eastern part of the state. Notice how much more sun than yesterday. We were socked in quite a bit more yesterday with cloud cover, and now we're starting to see this storm really start to wind down, but not before continuing to deliver these very cold temperatures. The snow flurries are pretty much going to wrap up for this evening, and then it goes clear for the overnight, and then it turns cloudy for the afternoon tomorrow, and we'll see that sun fade very quickly, and that'll keep temperatures again below freezing for daytime highs tomorrow. And we get down to the lower teens tonight, 15 degrees, and even a little bit lower I think is a good average. That northwest wind will turn a little more westerly into Wednesday. And then notice the overnight temperatures creeping up. We even stay above freezing Saturday with a daytime high of 50 degrees and overnight lows at 35, so a real improvement as far as temperatures go there, Peter and Brittany. But yeah, you definitely need to bundle up. This is these cold temperatures are not. You don't want to fool around with them this time of year. But I can tell you, the wind will die down. That'll make a big difference. We'll still see some sunshine tomorrow, but clouds will move in the afternoon. Warmer temperatures later on this week. Peter.
Thanks, Carl. Well, looking to stay warm with the occasional snow flurry passing through the area, PennDOT officials are urging residents to get their mailboxes ready now for plow season. Mailboxes are oftentimes a decorative addition to any house, but for others it's mainly just function. No matter how much you've spent on your mailbox, now is the time to make sure that it's back far enough off the street and that a plow driver can see it.
Make sure that the mailbox is securely fastened to the post and that everything is sturdy and well built, and any efforts the property owner can make to delineate either reflective tape or reflectors certainly aid our operators in making the mailbox more visible.
Mailbox damage is the responsibility of the property owner, but PennDOT is offering plans for a mailbox that can actually swing out of harm's way on their website.
And during those cold winter months, one of the area's most popular markets is giving out a big prize for warming up. Starting today, Lancaster Central Market began the Warm Up to Market contest that runs from January to March. The contest is being organized by the Friends of Central Market in an effort to get people better acquainted with all that the market offers. To play, you simply print out a card, and when you make a purchase at one of the market's 66 stands, you get a grand prize, and that's a $100 shopping spree at Central Market, followed by lesser prizes. To learn more, you can log on to friendsofcentralmarket.org. And many are making their New Year's resolutions, and these promising pledges are bringing extra business to some local companies. There are many different types of New Year's resolutions, but most are pledging to hit the gym.
There's definitely an increase in business around January until about March is when it starts to fade off a little bit. But because of the resolutions and people just summertime and holidays taking off, definitely around this New Year's when people try to change their lifestyles.
For those who are trying to get back into the gym, Cypress says it's a great place to start because they offer free personal training with every membership.
7 out of 10 people have no idea what they're doing at the gym. Those are the people Planet Fitness attracts, and that's why it's a really comfortable environment.
And if saving money is a resolution of yours, hitting this gym will only cost you $10 a month.
Sounds like a great deal to help you break a sweat and still get some get up and go. And with some get up and go activities is Jackie Franchuli.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of teams now going to break a sweat on the hardwood tonight as well. Head-to-head section action begins tonight, including a big battle in Manheim. Ahead in sport, what Central coach Chris Sherwood says his team needs to do ahead of the Barons' big battle with the undefeated Donegal. Two of the basketball season's check marks have come and gone, but tonight it's not about crossover games or getting to a tournament final. It's about snatching section supremacy right off the bat with section play beginning across the league. And in Section 3, the game to watch will definitely be at Manheim. Manheim Central hosting the only undefeated team in the league, Donegal. The Barons are 5-2 on the year and are making quite a run with their first tournament win in around a decade. With senior guard Jordan Mellinger has been lighting it up for the Barons, hitting a 3 in every game so far this season. The Indians' record of 8-0 speaks for itself, though, and coach Chris Sherwood says although the team has had success in the first couple of games, they need to get their all-around game together to make some noise tonight.
Play smart. We have to play a lot smarter than we have here through the first 7 games. But I think it comes with experience. So we're waiting for things to click in here. The little things maybe have escaped us, and we have to get back to those little things.
And with competition so tight in the section, the Barons know that every game won't be easy from here on out.
We've noticed Section 3 is fantastic. We were able to get out over break and watch these Section 3 teams play, and they've just been dynamite. So it's going to be a battle every single night within Section 3.
Just compete, and teams that peak late will usually get the playoff berth. That's how we look at it.
And you can see if the Barons can make it 3 wins in a row over the Indians tonight, live right here on Cable 11. Tip-off is set for 8 o'clock. Well, on a big game on the girls' side today, Lancaster Catholic traveling to Lancaster Mennonite in this Section 4 battle that will probably go all along a way in determining the section championship. This will be a big attacking battle, and the Blaze will look to control a Crusader attack that has 3 double-digit scores in Portia Hunter, Emily Martin, and Danielle Atkinson. While Catholic will have to keep an eye on Jess Reinheimer, who is closing in on her 1,000 career points. Well, in college hoops, the holiday break didn't stop F&M's stride. The Diplomats started the new year the same way they ended 2010 and are still en route to win the Spinagle tourney. The Dips will now play Hobart in the final tonight, and Glenn Robinson's men won their 10th straight game in style, beating Misericordia 68-55. Joe Salandra scored a career best of 18 points with 9 rebounds and 4 steals, with Giorgio Milligan adding 16. But the Dips not only impressed on offense, the D put on quite a show, holding the Cougars scoreless from the field for more than 16 minutes. Tonight, F&M will face the Statesmen, and the Diplomats lead the series 3-2. Tip-off is set at 7. Well, if you're watching the Sugar Bowl, you might want to look closely at the kicker. Manheim Central grad Justin Meyer will not only be handling his normal kickoff duties for Virginia Tech, but the former Baron will handle all the kicking chores tonight. Meyer will also attempt extra points and field goal after both Hokie kickers were suspended. Cody Jornell was suspended after being charged in an alleged home invasion in Blacksburg, and then backup kicker Tyler Wace was sent home for breaking curfew. Meyer is 0-2 this season, missing 2 50-yard field goals. He has kicked off 73 times for an average of just under 67 yards with 31 touchbacks on the season. In his time at Central, he was known around the LL League for his booming kickoffs and was named into the first-team Section 2 kicker in his junior season. Well, with 5 points between first and fifth place right now in the CPIHL's Tier 2, things can switch up with one game. But the real question is, who can stop leader West York? Well, the Bulldogs continue on their perfect run, while Ephrata continues to be on the hunt for its first win of the season. How about this for a fast start, though? The Bulldogs one pass, and that's all it took. Matt Doyle fires it past the keeper, and West York up 1-0, 8 seconds into the game. The Bulldogs in control, 3-0 when Trevor Siebel intercepts the pass and slaps it home. Mounts down by 2, but West York with a convincing win, 12-2, and remain in the lead by 2 points with 2 games in hand. Well, what does this mean for Warwick? Well, the Warriors continue to stay right on West York's heels with their 9-2 win over the Pioneers. Warwick is in 3rd place and is now 7-3 on the season, but the Warriors have played 2 extra games. Now the Warriors will face the 2nd place team Anvil Cleona on Friday at Cliff Lewis Arena. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
We want to remind everyone that we have a little basketball action coming up tonight on our channel.
That's right. Donegal at Manheim Central starts at 8. It's going to be interesting. You know, Donegal did not have a break during holiday. They played in an Ephrata tourney, and then Manheim Central did have that break since December 22nd. So we'll see how they both come in that.
It's a lot of time to cover there. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brittany Shannon.
And I'm Peter Taraborelli. Have a good evening.